Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernland Plays the Binding of Isaac Repentance. We're playing in, this is Panoramic Vision. I apologize, but I don't apologize. We're gonna try True Ending Blue Baby, which I have to point out would be a significant milestone if it succeeded. It would be, what the heck is this? Montezuma's Revenge. So, Montezuma's Revenge, my god. This is what you get for beating the beast as Blue Baby. If you're wondering when that run came to pass, I'm not belaboring the point here. You have to watch it. It's one of the most noteworthy runs I will ever produce in Isaac. It's truly 10 out of 10 insanity. It's gonna be called well, I was gonna say it's gonna be called Echo Chamber do be kind of broken though, or do be kind of busted though, but I do have to acknowledge that actually it's probably already been up on YouTube for a few days, but if you know, pick and choose what you watch, I'm telling you, that one's gonna be high up on the list. That's not your normie, you know, he has a pretty decent run, gets 25% tilted with chat, brings it back and pretends it was a bit sort of run. It's good throughout and very, very noteworthy from an Isaac strength context. But anyway, the reason we got those black bars is, you know, we've had some comments that, you know, the game's a little bit zoomed in recently, which is completely fair. So I zoomed it out. It'll just take a minute. Like right now it looks like we're playing inside of like a shadow box, obviously, but just give it a sec. Okay. I received a message from my PC. My PC says, "Excuse me, sir. You're low on space." This doesn't happen too often, but it does happen more often than it should. If you'll give me a moment, I will endeavor. Oh, wait, what the heck just... Oh, you know what? You know what happened? That's a weird one. Or maybe it's totally normal. I closed Photoshop, and the space available on my hard drive went from 730 megabytes. Hey, on my solid state, okay? On my solid state. It went from 730 megabytes to 8.63 gigabytes. What the heck? You mining Bitcoins in there? You mining SafeMoon? Now, Montezuma's Revenge, I have to, in case it isn't clear just from the way that the beam moves, I control the beam by walking in the opposite direction. It's like playing a scatological game of Geometry Wars, okay? So it's taken a little bit for me to make sure that I'm pointing it in the right direction. I would love to just be able to point it at the boss. That being said, very much beggars can't be choosers. We do have a weird little Azazel Brimstone that is helping us out quite a lot, honestly. I'm not complaining. Oh. Although that is in my nature. Took one too many shots, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out whether or not we're doing more damage with the Brimstone, or if we could actually just be better off by just landing a few shots in there. I don't know. That's very good, though. Appreciate the Binky. Binky, and we gotta do True Ending. I mean, that's tough. That's not an easy task. Take me down to the next floor. Okay, Dross 1. Dross Geller. Can't you hear me? Yeller. My favorite character from Friends is Ross. Dross Geller. Geller. You see they're making a Cuphead TV show? I can't... Look, I am very much not anti-Cuphead. I think it's a fantastic game. I, like, genuinely, kind of a one-of-a-kind game, right? In particular, I mean, it's not a one-of-a-kind game. You know what? I have to say, I actually think it is kind of a one-of-a-kind game on gameplay merit as well. I was originally going to say, you know, it's kind of like a standard, you know, run-and-gun action platformer, but it's not. Like, the boss rush style, gameplay is a bit of a novelty for sure, but everyone loves the art and the music, obviously. That's you know what you're there for. But it's one of those things where, like, I shouldn't say right off the bat that I'm cynical. World card, fool card. Well, we can use the world card next floor, maybe to find a secret room at least. I gotta tell you, we don't have anything to do with it yet, but car battery is pretty swell. If we can find something to do with it, especially. Doesn't it seem a little strange? And let's not say bad necessarily. Doesn't it seem a little strange that it was inspired by, you know, the... I don't know if it's Golden Age or Silver Age animation, but, you know, like those early 20th century cartoon and animation techniques. And then went on to become a cartoon... You know what I mean? No? Okay. I think we gotta try to get these as soon as possible, right? That's what I'm trying to tease apart, unless it's just random, in which case we'll call this the, this is the Boss Rush Eater. That seemed pretty good. That seemed pretty bad. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that the Netflix show is not doing the animation properly, because I'm not an expert on animation. Even, like, close to the slightest. Starter deck is not worth it, man. Not for our only 15 cents here. Like, come on. Use your brain. But to me, it looked like Cuphead was a game that had a laborious creation process as they meticulously and authentically handcrafted the visuals to mimic a style that is long forgotten. And then the Netflix show, when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, it looks like they just ran it through, like, you know, a Wacom drawing tablet and smoothed it out as much as possible, as quickly as possible. It's like they just applied a filter over top of, like, Gravity Falls or something like that. But, okay, it's like, I'm not, again, this is literally, like, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's just the first thing that popped into my head. Maybe I'll watch it, I don't know. I do enjoy Cuphead the game. If anything, I think we should try for Angel Deals. If anything, I should support it, and I mean that very sincerely. We took the wrong card, but we can use this for a curse room anyway. Because what's a better correlate, which I don't think is a word, but what's a better correlation that you're gonna like something than that you liked the thing that came just before it? Pair throw? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know how many there are. Let's put it that way. You knew we were getting hit here. Oh, it's anti-fly technology. Although I did get hit, so I don't know how anti it was. I'm gonna try this. At least we get a penny out of it as well. Hedge our bets. Okay, so this is, I'm also hedging my bets, like, psychically speaking, because I don't want to find out that, like, you know, the Cuphead Netflix show is actually, like, an animation darling, and it's about to win, like, 17 Webby Awards for, like, excuse me, this is incredible. Most lovingly handcrafted visuals of all time, and this is going to age like milk or something like that, you know? I'm just doing my best to spin conversation out of a couple of years spent indoors. Wow, you know, literally, like, as I was gonna hit the pill, I was gonna say probably shouldn't do this, but I didn't expect the consequences of my own actions to apply so quickly. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Anyway, I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Just chilling, man. This is a weird one. I think that we just buy Spider Mod. We don't need 2 Spider Mods, obviously. And I think we hold Diplopia. I have to assume, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is wrong, but my assumption, my null hypothesis right now, is that Diplopia will indeed car battery one time. Which, to me, I don't really care for Dad's Key here. And keep in mind, our next deal is guaranteed to be a deal with the Angels, so we'll get an item for free regardless. I don't think we double. I don't. I wouldn't say I'm glad we didn't, because I think 2 cube babies could be interesting. But keep in mind, I'm trying to compare it to other possible and even plausible situations, which in this case could be... Oh, no. Oh, no. Could be something like, what about an Angel deal where we possess the ability to only pick up one item, but because of Diplopia, we can actually get 2, 3, 4, you know, etc., etc. So I think that there's something to be said about holding on here. A boss, or an item room that has one guaranteed active item that we don't really want and certainly don't care if it doubles, does not really fit the bill. Double synth oil is admittedly pretty interesting, especially because I'm beginning to think it might even be a triple synth oil because of car battery diplopia. But I'm just gonna, we're just gonna relax for a bit, okay? So I still think there's a couple of things worth noting. One is that diplopia in a alt path item room seems like a very interesting option for us. Wouldn't you agree? Because we can get 2 question marks, so it'll double up whatever our question mark was. It'll also double up the item that's known. So if we have if the known item is something we like, oh, I almost walked right into that. I think you can see what I'm getting at here. Or not, because I haven't really finished the sentence in quite some time. It's very simple, you know, it's like Donald Rumsfeld said, there's known knowns, there's unknown knowns, there's, you know, and then there's known unknown known knowns. There's also Hideo Nomo, immortalized not only in Major League Baseball, but also in the movie Liar Liar. Are you still gonna be Jose Canseco, Dad? Who else is gonna hit that famous Nomo slider? Yeah, I watched Liar Liar recently. You got a problem? It's touching. Oh, okay. I'm not really following what's happening here. Somehow I found myself trapped inside of, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. I really want to use a bomb, but I can't and still guarantee the alt path exists. I gotta say, I'm liking, like, what we're getting done here with, Cube Baby. It's being very helpful. I'm not willing to double that yet. I really think that, as you know, a lot of people are probably going to disagree, and that's fine. But I think that in this case right now, patience is a virtue. Yes, we're taking our sweet time here. I think picking the right moment to pop this diplopia could literally change the run. And could win the run, really. And what I'm thinking is the right time is if we get a deal with the angel that is 2 great items, or if we get, like, I'm a systems-driven person now in my life, okay? Like, I have flowcharts internally that I consult subconsciously. I wouldn't expect you to understand. It's a little bit like the Cuphead animated show, like it's impossible to explain. That being said, what stimulus would trigger this diplopia play so I don't just die holding on to it like a fool? One would be an item room. I'm just scared, sorry. One would be an item room on the alt path, which is where we're going, that contains a known good item that scales with doubling. And then the question mark, even if it ended up being a spacebar item or something that we didn't want to begin with, we would have hedged our bets knowing that at least we're getting 2x the value or maybe 4x. I don't want to fight this boss again. I think that that's also hedging our bets. Instead, we'll just continue down the next way. The other thing we could do, for the record, we could just diplopia our next shop as well. That's also, like, high on the list. So, yeah, we're at 13 minutes here. We're taking our sweet time. But I think that this run has the foundation of greatness within it. I also feel like second secret rooms are potentially very high value here. You gotta at least look. And this is, I mean, you can get Rotten Baby out of playing the Rotten Baby, but I also don't want to give up on our current fiscal situation. Okay, so, I mean, like, I certainly don't look at this as being highly negative right now. Needs a little bit more to be highly positive, but that's okay. This could do. I got a feeling this is going to be the floor. Anyway, how am I doing? Like I said earlier, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Malf and I played the Austin Powers TCG yesterday that a community member by the name of Woody Fever was nice enough to add into Tabletop Simulator. I gotta say, not a very good game. Which, to be fair, is probably something I should have expected. But I don't know, there was a little something like in my brain that was like, maybe they, for some, you know what I mean? Like, every once in a while, something just turns out amazing despite it being very potentially cynical. I'm trying to think of a good example. You know what, a good example I think would be the movie Bumblebee, which I don't consider amazing, but given, you know, the state that the Transformers franchise was in, and I have been a noted hater of the Transformers film franchise for quite some time. Like, I think this is our double right here. That's not how that works, huh? That's unfortunate. But still, I think two Daddy Longlegs, which also gave us the Spider Baby transformation. Oh, what? What the heck is the Spider Baby transformation? I don't know, but assuming I see two shadows, which indicates to me double Daddy Longlegs. Either way, sometimes people go to bat for like the first couple Transformers movies, and they go, "Come on, man, don't be a snob." Like, Transformers 1 and Transformers 3 are pretty good, and I gotta be the bad guy, and I gotta be like, are they pretty good, or were you just like literally, you know, 9 when they came out, and as a result they occupy a unique space in your head? That was just a horrible dodge. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and say, like, you know, I have no movies that I hold a, you know, I keep a light on for, despite the fact that they're probably bad, just because, like, I saw them when I was young. You know, a lot of the movies I've been watching over the past month or so kind of fit the bill. No question there. However, this could also be big. Dude, at some point we got to get items that do something for us instead of promising to do something for us, but that is still quite good, obviously. But still, I mean, I'll meet you very far away from the middle, but at least, you know, not at the extreme edges. I will say, not Spider-Man, Transformers 1 is okay. You know, this is gonna ruffle some feathers as well. I saw a Transformers 1 Live Free or Die Hard double feature in the summer of 2007 at my local multiplex with friends of mine. I would say that both movies were around the same degree of quality. Most people would probably say Transformers 1 is a lot better. I would disagree with you. I think that they're both not particularly great. But anyway, I'm not trying to make enemies, but Bumblebee, on the other hand, you know, I think there was, let's call it like a healthy degree of skepticism that it would be good because it's a Transformers movie about Bumblebee. Who cares, really? Except for, to be fair, a lot of my students when I lived in South Korea were big into Bumblebee. Speed up. Health up. Now we're talking. Health down. I don't think so. But I can at least hold it. What are we doing here? We're leaving. We're leaving. Leaving. Next floor, 100% deal with the angel chance. I totally forgot what I was talking about. What put me on that road first, where I was talking about, like, oh, it's things that have no guarantee to be amazing, but come together. Can't remember. Oh well, nevertheless. Maybe I was talking about the Montreal Canadiens? I can't remember. That's not an insult. Look, we talk enough about sports during the, let's go. During the stream, I'm not going to belabor the point, but with 4 teams now remaining, trade offer. In the National Hockey League playoffs, I mean, I gotta say, for me personally, this is a tough room, man. I mean, I have some internal biases, and I'll just acknowledge that. It's also sports, so who cares? But I grew up rooting for the Montreal Canadiens. When I moved to Vancouver, I switched allegiances. I don't regret it, you know? Teams can have a lot going for them, but it's very hard to beat the competitive advantage of having the team play in the city that you presently live in. But secondarily, that squeezy pickup was huge, by the way. That makes the Habs the team I would like to see win the most, without a doubt. Secondly, I gotta be honest, I'm probably thinking New York Islanders. Why? It's funny that John Tavares left the team because he wanted a chance to pursue his dreams of playing for his childhood favorite team. And then, since then, his team has become like the best coach team in the NHL, and you know the Leafs have not won a series at all. Excuse me, my third golden penny. People are gonna start to get a little sus. I can't get it. Sus averted. I have been hard cleared and no longer. What the heck, dude? What is happening? Eddie, you screwed up the drop tables, and I love you for it. Then you got, I would say Tampa's next. You know, third of four. I have nothing against Tampa. Maybe they're engaging in some cap circumvention. Sure, but you know, I got no respect for the salary cap rules of the NHL anyway. You know, Roberto Luongo is presently a head coach, or like I think he's like the general manager of the Canadian national team, and yet also the Vancouver Canucks are still paying his salary. On the salary cap. A little bizarre. Dude, I would totally Emperor card here. So go get it. That being said, they did win last year. They're kind of the evil empire right now. And then last place, Las Vegas Golden Knights. But that being said, you know, I don't want to alienate anybody. So I just hope everybody has fun. I mean, Golden Pill's kind of interesting. But I'm not going to invest in the idea that, you know, we're going to buy mom's purse without even having, like, one trinket so far. So this is where I really, like, in my heart of hearts, if the run's going to have a realistic chance of making it, you know, all the way, it needs to start popping pretty much right now. Daddy Longlegs times 2 is actually, like, it's looking like a stroke of accidental genius. We are doing almost nothing, and yet still, we did essentially nothing there. And it still worked, so that's awesome. Dude, I gotta tell you, I mean, you definitely take the stairway here. There's no doubt about that. And then we're just gonna give you the HP. But we're not gonna go in yet. Because we got stuff to do on this floor still. I'm always worried that the Emperor card is accidentally gonna soft lock us. It has happened before. Can we go? We can go. Okay, the golden penny's still up there. This is an interesting run right here. It's more than the sum of its parts. I do have to say, by the way, many people linked me. I asked for recipes because we freed ourselves from the tyranny of HelloFresh meal kits. I asked for recipes online last week, and I had a couple of conditions. And I don't think they're unreasonable. Some people were like, well, you're not willing to make beef Wellington every night on a Tuesday after, you know, you and your wife have finished work? Like, do you even cook, bro? It was pretty simple. It was like, you know, roughly a half hour maximum. If it's 35, 40 minutes, you know, I'll get over it. But roughly a half hour maximum for prep and cook time, followed by not using like 17 dishes, because that was the thing that annoyed me about HelloFresh the most. Even though we have a dishwasher, it's not like an industrial sized one, and sometimes the dishes just from dinner from HelloFresh would lead to a situation in which your you know, your dishwasher's full, 2 mixing bowls, 2 different cutting boards. You know, you're chopping so many ingredients. You put them in, like, their own bowls first for mise en place. Otherwise, you're going to need, you know, I don't even know, like a prep deck or something like that, just to keep the tomatoes from touching the garlic. And so I'm not worried about the tomatoes touching the garlic from the perspective of, you know, like food sanctity or whatever. I just, you know, they cook at different rates. I don't want to throw a tomato in when the garlic's supposed to go in. The tomatoes are going to get mushy. I don't want to throw the garlic in when the tomatoes are going to go in. It's not going to cook its essence off. Oh, thank you. Well, it's clearly not time-based. I've learned something very valuable today. Boy, we're getting the workout, huh? All right. We're good. We're good. We got our knife. I think we can Emperor right off the bat. Nope. This is our... Wait, is this Mausoleum Mom or just normal Mom? This... It's Mausoleum Mom. Oh my god, I'm Softlock, dude. Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't know what to say, except that I blame myself, but in saying that, maybe we can teleport out. I mean, like, let's not give... No, look at that. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, now, you know, I just gotta commit it to memory, I guess. Never use the Emperor card unless you're on, like, the first floor of the game, or you're past Mom. Okay, so that, anyway, the end of the bit, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, exit game, continue game. Funny. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, well, we already tested what you did. Anyway, we made Binging with Babish's pasta e olio. Highly recommended. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm a little upset. Not, like, genuinely upset. Like, I'm not gonna cry or squirt some or anything like that. But, yeah, this honestly should be fixed. It's just... It is the second time it's happened to me, so, like, at some point, I guess there's, like, buyer beware, but I am also, like, I mean, I know that this is code-splaining, but, like, can't you just put, like, a, you know, an edge case into the code that says, hey, if the Emperor card would give you Mausoleum Mom, then, like, maybe just reroll it to be, like, Larry Jr. or something like that, so there's a door from whence you can escape. It might not fit the logical rule set, but you know what's not logical is me having to quit this run because I accidentally found myself... You know, I'm trapped like a frickin' sim here, man. I'm trapped like the sim of a bored-only child. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya!